to have his own special. It's called, and they had a lot of conferences about what to call this, and they came up with the executives with the Tim Conway Show.
Oh.
They were going to call it Hello Tim, but they decided to call it the Tim Conway Show. And it's going to, there's a big conference about this. It's going to air, they say.
Well, that's good.
What?
They made the show. It's good that it's going to air.
It's going to be shown, actually, this coming Monday night, January 15th, at 8 p.m. on another network.
Do you think people go to other shows on another network and talk about shows that are going to be on this network?
Probably.
I hope so.
And they always say on
Another network. They mean us then when
they mean us when they say that, and of course you can check your local Chase calendar of events for which network that is. Would you welcome, I'm leaking all over the place here, Mr. Tim Conway.
Boy, what fun tonight. What fun. Wow. What?
You got to time it just right.
Tommy, how's it going?
The
funny sketch.
Thank you. Do you like that?
No, but it was a funny sketch. That's it.
Personal opinions notwithstanding.
No. It really was. I didn't know you were doing that actually live.
Yes.
Until I saw you coming running back there in your underwear. That's good.
Yes.
That's good stuff.
Kind of cute in my skivvies, aren't I?
Very nice, yes.
You've heard me talking about those changes. You've gone through a lot of those over the years, and it does get hysterical back there.
I was playing Vegas one time, and I was supposed to come out in a different outfit and had 30 seconds to do it in, and there were two girls who were changing me, which was great. And they did the whole thing, and I came out, I didn't have the shirt on. Just the tie and the whole thing, and they forgot the shirt. Hi! Oh, all right. I couldn't get that on.
Nothing you can do about it at all.
No, because you're on and it's show business. That's important.
Yeah,
in our lives.
And it is your life, isn't it?
Show business is my life, yes.
For the better part.
For the most part of it now, anyway, yeah.
Yep. It's exciting.
It is.
To get paid for the thing you love to do, as they say.
To go out and entertain an audience, to bear yourself in front of an audience, just to get a couple of laughs and make other people smile when you're so miserable.
And take home a few thou a week, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's the important thing.
That's the main thing.
That's the main thing. A lot of people don't think we're in it for the money, but I am.
I've often heard that.
Yeah.
You got in it just for the money.
Yeah, a lot of people think I want to get to the top. That's not necessarily so. No. Paycheck's the big thing to me. I don't particularly care about ratings or anything. If the paycheck clears, that's it with me.
And many of them in this business haven't the past
That's
2
true.
years. But neither here nor there.
Yeah.
So how I've not seen you for, well, I guess the last time. You only come here when you got something to plug.
That's
I never
right.
See you,
So the show will be on Monday at 8 o'clock
on another network.
Yeah, if I could plug now, can I go? Or no?
No,
I have to stay. I'm
no.
sorry. Oh, got to stick around. Okay.
Should never do the plug at the last, you see.
That's right. Yeah. It's an interesting show. It's
Tell us about
56 minutes long.
56?
Which is the important thing. A lot of the shows are short. But this is, we thought, Carol and Joe, who are also man and wife, as you may know, thought of one thing, Carol Burnett and Joe Hamilton.
They're man and wife?
Yeah, didn't you know that?
Of course.
Oh. Was that a put on, you silly guy?
Yeah.
They thought of a thing that, especially I think it kind of applies to my show, that there should be a comedy patrol. That instead of getting a rating, that after you do a show, the comedy patrol comes by, and if your show is bad, they actually come to your house and shoot you. Which wouldn't that prevent a lot a lot of shows? Really? Because you'd think twice before you actually put a show on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Vigilante kind of.
Yeah, a guy comes and says, I saw your show.
You have to get out of show business, can no longer perform.
Right.
Lots of it. There wouldn't be much left on television.
No, that's true. Well, if you only got shot in the foot, it wasn't that bad. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Now, you haven't done a special since
my last
Since your last special.
Yeah.
I knew there was a time gap.
Yeah, there was.
You wouldn't do one Thursday and one Friday. It makes no sense.
You wouldn't want to do one every night. No. Because then really wouldn't want to be a special that way, yeah.
There's nothing special about being on every night.
Not to me,
as we found out. So it's been some time since you've done your last special.
It's been almost a year.
Almost a year.
Yeah, the last one we were doing, the folks came down from the network and said, don't do this anymore. So we stopped doing that.
No, they didn't. That was a funny show. I saw it.
Yeah, that was the one on, Patton. That was also almost an hour long, too,
Yeah.
That's the important thing. Get them an hour long.
That's right.
Yeah.
How is the your new year been treating you? Everything going well?
Yeah, real fine. Yeah, it's been a real good year so far. Yeah.
That's one of our stock questions. we
Is it
use.
really?
When you've been here a long time, you jump at anything.
I love the,
Like,
yeah.
how are the kids, you know?
Yeah, I loved starting with an earthquake. I thought that was good. Yeah.
Right. Where were you during when it first hit?
I was watching, as most people, the Rose Bowl, and had to, get the kids out of the way to get outside because a situation like that.
Kids cluttered up the door, did they?
They were all under that door jam.
They're
you know.
selfish. They're selfish little people.
They really are, you know. I've never found that out until a crisis like that. They will try to protect themselves.
Selfish
actually.
little people.
It really is grim. We had when the other one hit, which was about, maybe a year ago. Remember the one that hit early in the morning, the 6:30 number? Of course, after the big one.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, but after the big one, then you got the flashlights and you got everything prepared, and you said, okay, you go down the stairway if it hits here and up there. And then one hit about a year later, and they all remembered it was 6:45 in the morning, so we all ran outside in our underwear, and there we were on the front lawn, 8 of us in our underwear. Now, the people going by in a car don't know there was an earthquake.
That's right.
A lot of that, you know. Weird.
Tour bus going by the Conway home going,
How you doing? Fine. We always come out here in our underwear about 6:45.
You know, I keep saying every time there's an earthquake, well, maybe you do this also. You know, maybe I better lay in some first aid supplies, a little Coleman stove in case the gas goes out, and one of those big beam lights, and I never do.
Well, I think if you have all those provisions, wouldn't the people who don't have them come and beat you up and take them away?
No, because I also have a very big gun. Big gun.
That's good. Yeah, a gun is good.
That keeps the sore losers away from your front door in case of emergency.
Yeah, I would...
Every man for himself in an earthquake.
I would hope to become a looter in a situation like that.
That's right.
Probably more profitable.
Raper and pillager. Something like that.
Yeah. Those are scary, though. They really, you don't know until you've been through one what they're actually like.
I remember that one that was... It was about 6, strangely enough, you know, Bob Newhart was on the show the night they had that big one. That was about, 6 years ago?
Yeah.
When it rumbled at about 6:40 or 6:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And that night while we were doing the show, there was one of those aftershocks.
Mm-hmm.
And we heard it from the back of the audience because they felt it, the building. And you heard this, and Newhart and I looked at each other like, they don't like us, we're dying. Because you heard this, and we were going, Bob says, and it came down, and all of a sudden, we still have the tape, and you see the camera.
Right, I remember that. Yeah.
We've replayed it, and you see the camera just for a second go like this.
Yeah, actually, it was the cameraman.
Yeah, yes. He was over already in Pepe's having a couple of margaritas by the time.
You know, in doing a lot of shows, as we do, you know, we do physical stuff, they put you on a wire to do flips and things like that, you know, and then they hang you. I was at Universal one time when they thought it would be funny to leave me there at lunch, you know, just hanging, 12 feet off the ground. So now, whenever I do any of those things, the first thing I get is a pair of wire cutters, because if you are doing something and there's an earthquake, you don't find a stagehand going, we better get him down.
That's right.
No, sir.
They're in the 48 Dodge heading for Barstow.
Yeah, he's on the bus on the way home, you know, and you're going, boy.
That was a big one.
Yeah, and you can't unscrew those things until the guy comes to the ring.
Are you good in situations, critical situations like that? You keep composed? Women, they say, always look to men, but you find women sometimes are much more calm and can think a little clearer.
In a situation like that, I will normally grab a woman.
Grab a woman?
Yeah. I think it's important.
Throw her on top of you to avoid falling debris,
right.
I suppose.
Yes, right, yeah. No, I kind of panic. Yeah, I don't handle that well at all. I try to act calm, but I cry, everything, you know.
You try to be cool, but unless you've really been in an earthquake, it's just, there's nothing to equate it with.
Yeah.
It's a little disorienting, and everything kind of goes this way, and you don't know what really to do.
Yeah, and the noise.
Does this fly bother you?
No, that's okay. Well, that's cute. How do you keep him on there?
Look at this. I
No,
told you
he
it's going
is
to be a big
trained,
show.
is that correct?
Okay, there he goes.
Ah.
He'll come back here.
That's
Okay,
good.
now he's going to...
Can you make him go on your face?
Yeah,
Sit.
you bet.
There he goes. That's good.
Hey, come here. He'll be back in a second.
Yeah, okay.
Sometimes when things aren't working,
I've
you'll
never
see the
seen
fly
a
come
trained
in.
fly like that again. That's marvelous.
We keep it in case the guests don't really go well, and we go. And not that you are.
No,
I
I
and then we do the fly.
Sure.
I have to do a commercial here.
Oh,
You can stay with us a while, even though you've plugged your show.
Yeah. Oh, I can?
Sure.
Oh, okay. Sure. Like most of those big guys say, you know, I have to get back to the shooting schedule.
Yeah,
and
you
all
got
that.
nothing to do, huh?
No.
Okay.
No, I can stay all night.
All right, we'll do this. We're going to come
I
right
could
back.
stay all month, actually.
Stay here for a month. Monday night, I want to mention, you know who's going to be hosting the show on Monday night? Harvey Korman.
I'm going to come and sit right in that seat there when he does the monologue.
Oh, you're going to kill
kind
him.
of stare there with a little spinach in my teeth.
Well, that's all you have to do is look at Harvey, and he goes catatonic.
Not well.
And he's going to be here with Bonnie Franklin, Tom Dreesen, baseball's Bob Euchre, and Helen Gurley Brown. And on Tuesday night, we have I always feel awkward saying this, the best of Carson.
Aha, yeah.
And we have people like Beverly Sills, who is right there, Mr. Tony Randall, who is there, funny comedian by the name of George Miller. And from Cornell, Dr. Carl Sagan is with us on Tuesday. Later in the week, we have Dick Cavett, Tony Newley, Lauren Bacall, George Burns, Marvin Hamlish, and Donald J. Duck. That's right, Donald Duck will be on the show. There is a man named Donald J. Duck.
Oh.
I think he's with the Department of Interiors with the United States government. And his legitimate name is Donald Duck. Now, you want to talk about going through life with problems?
Yeah, what a nice position to be in.
Is he going to a motel?
Yes.
Huh? Have your name?
Mr.
Donald
and Mrs.
Duck.
Yeah. All right, come on, lock him up. That's it. I'm around here writing that down.
Speaking of Harvey, you know how much I admire you and Harvey. And they're replaying.
In that order, incidentally?
No, not simply. You and Harvey, or
Yeah, me
Harvey
first.
and you.
Yeah. Oh, no, it should be
Either
me.
way.
Yeah.
Both of you.
Sure.
Crack me up. And they've been rerunning a lot of the composites of Carol's show around the country. And those sketches hold up. But you and Harvey have got something going between you. He doesn't seem to be able to break you up very often, but you look at him, you eyeball him.
Yeah.
And Harvey, the mouth starts to go, the eyes dance, the jaw trembles, the shoulders start to go.
Yeah,
and all
I
you have
love
to do is just give him one. You must torture him.
It kind of started, we were in his dressing room one time, I was doing the show, and he was dressed in a chicken outfit and had on the big feet, he had red stockings on, pantyhose, and he had a chicken body and chicken wings and this huge chicken head. In order to talk to me, he had to lift up the beak. And, you know, listen, I was dressed as an Avon lady and just sitting there in a dress with pantyhose and stockings and earrings and everything. And he was telling me a serious problem which he was involved in at home. And he's going, you know, I don't know. And he's walking up and down with these chicken feet going, and I feel, you know, and boy, my life, and I can see it. And I'm going, well, you know, I feel, basically. And I suddenly realized a chicken talking to an Avon lady. This isn't right. And I said, you know, Harv, I'm really interested in this, but could we wait until later when you're not a chicken and I'm not an Avon lady, you know? So we went out to do a sketch, which we never did. It was just falling down time. And from that time on, I think we kind of, whenever we met each other's eyes, kind of said, you know, these two guys at our age ought to get a job.
Yeah.
You know, because
It's hard for the audience to understand sometimes why people get uncontrollable, but I guess it's like laughing in church or something. You're not supposed to do it. We're supposed to be professional. Ed and I have been guilty on many occasions of doing nothing more than just getting the giggles.
coming out, yeah, and it's all over.
And not being able to stop.
Yeah.
Have you tried to break him up, and sometimes it doesn't work?
I could just look at him and he would go, but he would try and break me up, and he would say something or do something and go, and I wouldn't do anything, and he'd go, oh, nuts. And then he would laugh at him trying to break up me.
Right.
I sat one time through a whole sketch for 10 minutes with spinach in my teeth going like this, and he never laughed, and then I fell down for about 10 minutes. Yeah, when you try it, it's tough, but there was one sketch where I was supposed to be a pilot coming on to the set, and he opens the door and he said, are you ready? And I had them bring in a toilet, and I was sitting on the toilet when he said, are you ready? And
Off stage.
Off stage. And so he started laughing, and he said, you know, that was the dress show, and for the air show, I said, I'm going to do something even funnier. And he said, oh, no, you won't get me this time. So I didn't do anything. I just stood there. And when he opened the door, he went, and he was so surprised just to see me standing there. He went even more than the first time. You know.
It's called the reverse breaking up, waiting for that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Ralph Goka, our makeup man, was telling me, he says, you know, I used to work for Tim Conway back in Cleveland.
Right.
And then I remember when you were here, you started as a television director
Right.
in Cleveland.
Couldn't direct.
Really?